जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad 50 Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
So you basically have to have the coffee by 2:42, so it can kick in by 2:57, and then you can discuss the show for half an hour, and by 3:30, the game starts.
Perfect. That's the right time, right?
Yeah, but it's not kicking, like I've delayed it today. It's all been delayed. Hello and welcome to Cricbuzz Live. It is 3 o'clock, and that's why we must start. Whether the coffee hits or it doesn't hit, it doesn't matter. Whether we've slept enough or we haven't, whether you've had breakfast or you haven't, it doesn't matter because we are here. I'll tell you why. 2 games today, because it's a Sunday. The first Sunday of IPL 2024. I'm Gaurav Kapur. With me, my 2 dear friends, Simon Doull and Bhattacharjya, who, after listening to my discourse about coffee, will now ask me what my score guesses will be, because, as you are aware, I am the defending champion, won twice.
It took like a minute, less than a minute.
Yeah. What did you guys have your money on?
I told you yesterday. I told you he's become like this unbearable.
He said under 2 minutes. I said, got to be at least 5. So
I'm surprised it took so long. I think I should have said it right up front. Hello, I am defending champion. Gaurav, I just want to ask.
I'm paying for dinner. Sorry. Thank you, Joe. Well done.
Because the fact is that none of us pay for dinner, but we're honest. But I don't know what happened in the show yesterday because I was watching Dune 2.
Okay.
Dune 2. I was watching How You Dune 2. So who won the guessing game yesterday?
1-1-1 and a 0. So
And that's it.
Sayami
You're
got
so
1,
democratic.
Joy got 1, I got 1, and the other one was completely
Such
wrong.
socialists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just divided equally
That was
amongst
it. Yeah,
everyone.
that was it. Done.
I really like that. That's pretty cool. Today, of course, we will have 4 chances, and that's the only thing that matters. Oh, no? Teams? Okay, sorry. The actual games matter as well, apparently, is what I've been told. And there's 2 of them that are happening. And the one that's happening second, I'm very excited about because there's stuff at play there, man. Former captaining another team, going back to his former team and his former ground. Is the other spectators there going to be torn? Who do they cheer for? That's, of course, the second game today. That's Mumbai and Gujarat, and that's happening in Ahmedabad. But the first game we're going to talk about right now is the Rajasthan Royals versus the Lucknow Super Giants, which is basically... The show is RRR and LPG. You're going, oh, what's he talking about? It's RR and LSG. No, I'll tell you why. RRR, super hit, 3 of us, right? And LPG, because I'm full of gas, right? So there you go.
I was wondering where he was going with this.
Yeah. Even I didn't know when I started, but we got there somewhere, right? I just want to say that you will notice that Simon Doull and me have very similar jackets, right? The colors are different. The pattern is the same. All I want to say is that this is probably the only time that my check size is the same as Simon's check size.
Yeah. Today you're just going out there and say, where am I going to end up finally?
And they're landing, huh?
They're landing.
Good.
They are
landing
landing.
well.
A day off really does wonders.
And that coffee, there must be something in that.
Yeah, I want that coffee too.
What are we going expensive coffee? Or are we going sort of like,
No.
did you bring your own Kopi Luwak?
It is just regular coffee, but it's I've Sunday brunched it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I like it. I like where you're going with that.
Just a little bit, just a little. All right, Rajasthan, of course, playing their first game. Everyone excited because the youngsters there. And Rajasthan's always been the kind of team that always has, these youngsters who come to the fore. From the time when, one of the legends of the game, Shane Warne, captained them in their first season, captained and coached them to the trophy. You've always had these stars that have come out of Rajasthan, and you love that. It's one of the favorite stories about the IPL. And this year, they've got 2 guys who have proven themselves on the international stage, Yashasvi and Dhruv Jurel.
And you're looking forward to sort of seeing where Yashasvi goes, because he has set the world alight, hasn't he, in the last 12 months, 14 months. It's been quite an exceptional rise. He has taken bowling attacks apart. You just want him to continue that, and Rajasthan will certainly want that to continue for them. I love the look of Dhruv Jurel. There's a lot to like about what he brings to any side. His power, first and foremost. So if they can continue to just sort of nurture that young talent and the senior boys around them and step up, they've got the best 11.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, Joy, for me,
I agree.
they have the best 11.
Their first 11, starting 11 is the best.
It's a gun 11.
Yeah.
How do they cope with that impact player? Where do they fit one or two players in? And can they cross the line again? I think that's the key for them.
I think the impact player rule probably benefit. They are the top end of the spectrum who it benefits because they've always played kind of not the new school T20 with many options. They go specialists. They're always kind of 6+5, 6 batters, 5 bowlers. So for teams who play like that, with pure batters, pure bowlers, this impact sub rule is golden.
It makes a huge difference because they can then bring in that extra fast bowler. They have now a bit of a cushion having somebody else come in and take a couple of overs off. I don't know, Robman Powell might need to bowl a little bit for them, but they would rather have him as an option perhaps, or even to have a Riyan Parag as an option. Though Parag has been having a sensational domestic bowling season as well, I have to tell you.
Yeah, he's bowled like 1 million overs in the domestic season. No exaggeration.
Yeah, Matt, if you take the T20 format, 7 matches, 16 wickets, bowling average of 5.94, and okay, they don't score as much in the Mushtaq Ali as they do, for example, in the IPL, but 5.94 for a spinner to get is pretty serious numbers.
So, Dooley, they've listed him as an all-rounder.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I got listed an all-rounder with the stats that he's got in the IPL. But look, I look at his numbers. He walks around like a bloke who averages 55 with the bat and 14 with the ball.
And all these guys are going after me on social media with Dooley sitting out here. They go after me.
I just think it's time. This is his time. He must deliver. He has under-delivered and overacted.
Yeah.
For the last 3 years. And this is his time to deliver. And he must deliver this season.
This is a Sunday, so things, we can just... It's Sunday brunch, right? You can serve anything at any time. That's Sunday. So I'm going to serve the Cricbuzz live question right up front at the top because it's a very interesting question. And I guess that's a question that all Rajasthan fans have been asking. And it is about Riyan Parag. They say that the Royals have always backed young talent, be it Yashasvi or Jurel. And I just took it back to 2008. So they've been doing that as a philosophy. But if Riyan Parag fails again, do you see him being released ahead of the mega auction? Is this a make or break season? Well, we've said make or break season, to be honest, for a couple of seasons. And the reason why we say that, let's just talk hard facts. And you talk hard facts of the 4 seasons that he has been a sure starter. These are numbers that you look at and you go, all right, they've been generous in the terms of the chances given, right, Joy?
Absolutely, totally generous. Look, I have one thing that I believe in. And again, the point is that the coach, Sangakkara, has to take the decision which is best for the team and not for Riyan Parag. That's a fact. He has to think of the franchise first. So my belief is Riyan Parag does very well in the Mushtaq Ali and domestic tournaments, even in other tournaments, because he's batting at 4. Okay, batting at 4, he has the opportunity to play. 6 is a very pressure batting situation, especially if you have a top-loaded batting attack like they do. You're coming in at 6 and being told, son, go in there and strike the ball, try and hit it get 200, 250, you get even 15 or 5 balls, you've done your job. Yeah. Now, you're not going to score runs there. And he's temperamentally, he's not a finisher.
Yeah.
He's a number 4 batsman. Now, the question is, if you play him number 4, you can do that. What you then need to do is, you're pairing Yashasvi Jaiswal, Butler, Samson, put him at 4, and then follow him with Hetmeyer, Robman Powell, Jurel, and that makes a very attractive sort of 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
But the point is, that suits Parag perfectly. Does it suit Rajasthan? I'm not totally sure about that.
But Samson has said they're going to bat Riyan Parag at 4.
I don't mind that.
If they bat him at 4, then they've got a very powerful 5, 6, 7. Yeah. He gets a little bit more time out there.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what Sanju Samson said at the toss. So which means we're going by that and putting Parag at 4. Then Shimron Hetmeyer, Dhruv Jurel, Ashwin, Sandeep Sharma, Trent Bolt, Avesh Khan and Yuzi Chahal. Samson also mentioned at the toss that Powell could come in. Remember, there's only 3 planes there.
Yeah.
There's only 3 planes, which means that only then can you get a foreign player as an impact sub. If you're carrying 4 already, you can't do it. You can't sub anyone and get a foreign player in. But here you can. So I think it looks like Powell will probably come in, but they are batting first.
Yeah. What they'll wait for is Jaiswal to get out.
Yeah.
So once Jaiswal is out, then Robman Powell can come in. And he slots into that middle to lower order. When they need him, he can bowl a couple of overs. Parag can bowl a couple of overs. So I like that fact. And, and we have been harsh. I've been harsh on Riyan Parag, but he has underperformed. Now, you can average 13 batting at 6 and you bring those numbers up again, you can average 13 batting at 6, but you must strike at 160, 170, 180.
Yeah.
He hasn't done either.
You've got to go.
He's been neither here nor there. You look at those numbers, strike rate of 122 and an average of 13. Neither of those numbers stack up at all. I don't mind if you average 13, 14, 15, batting at 6 and 7 when you've got a power-packed top order, but you must strike at 170, 180, 190.
Fair.
He's done neither. So this is his year because they're going to bat him at 4. And if they continue to do that throughout the season, if they back him to do that, he's got to start to deliver a higher average at a better strike rate as well. If he does that, then he continues and they can play him.
But here's the thing, right? This is not opinion. This is fact. When you see the numbers, these are the hard facts. And happy for the kid because, I can call him kid because I'm far older than him. But happy for the young lad because if 4 is his position, he's getting to play in that position, then of course it optimizes for him. We'll just have to wait and see whether it optimizes for the team or not, because on the other side, there's also a young gent, a young lad who is optimizing for himself, and we don't know whether it'll optimize for the team or not. And I'm talking about the captain KL Rahul, who will not be opening, which has been where he has got the most number of runs and is going to be batting in the middle order. So it's the same, isn't it? But here, it's Rahul who's taken the call.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were discussing yesterday, because our point is Rahul has taken the call. Is it a unilateral call? Frankly, I think it's got to be a call taken by the franchise. And by the franchise, I mean Justin Langer, the franchise owners. They have to optimize what's best for the franchise. Unless, as Doull said yesterday, that they turn around and the Indian team gives them a call and said, can you play Rahul at 4-5? We want him to bat at 4-5. If they don't, then Rahul is going to play at 4-5 in the hope that India picks him there because he knows he doesn't have a chance of being picked up front. Does it help the team?
I have another theory as well on this, right? That's one angle of looking at it, saying that, all right, is Rahul doing it for his own position in the Indian team? And they've got Dev Bhattacharjya in from Rajasthan, so that solves their opener issue anyway. Plus they've got, Kyle Mayers, they've got Quinny, so their top order is sorted. The other two counterpoints are, one is that Rahul, I don't know if Rahul really needs to do that, because Rahul in his international career has batted everywhere. And wherever he's gone, he's taken to, it's fish to water, right? When he's batted 5 in ODIs.
He's been batted at 5 even when he was opening for his franchise.
In the test matches as well.
Exactly.
Can we then look at an alternate point of view where LSG is saying, we actually don't get a lot out of our middle order, right? Our middle order has underperformed for 2 seasons. Can we put our captain and our most dependable bat and our most flexible bat, showing his international track record, can we bat him in the middle order?
Look, there's no problem with it. When you look at those numbers again, strike rate's great, average is not so great, 3 to 7. Nicholas Puran, I think Nicholas was probably one of the most destructive batters in T20 cricket around the world at the moment. He and Klaasen, and we talked about this again last night with Joy, he and Klaasen have been the 2 most destructive in the last year or so, I think, in that middle order. Stoinis, again, strike rate's good. If your top order's flying, you want your strike rate high and your average is always going to be a little bit lower because you're not going to get a lot of deliveries to face. Badoni, Huda have been poor. Deepak Huda's had a pretty average domestic season as well. So what do they do with him? Does he bat at 3 this afternoon? There's a lot of questions around that middle order. We know how dependable KL is. We know what a player he is. And throughout his career, even at domestic level and international, he has batted in a number of different positions.
Correct.
He's batted from 1 to 6 probably throughout his career. The numbers that we pulled up before in this particular tournament don't make for great reading. The strike rate and the average don't make for great reading in this tournament, batting anywhere from 3 to 7. His numbers at the top of the order are phenomenal. So he's just got to get his head around that whole situation and get his head around batting in the middle order at a better strike rate.
In fact, very interestingly, his breakout season was 2016.
Yeah.
What is 2016 the season of? 2016 is the season of Gale. He's playing for RCB.
Correct, yes.
And you have Gale and
Virat AB
going mad. All these 3 guys are going mad. But he went and got nearly 400 runs batting at 4 and 5 out there.
Yeah.
So my point is, he can do that role. He's capable of that role. I would rather that this role has been decided as a team, not as an individual, for him to increase his chances of playing out there. If they do that, I think they've taken a good call. But my only problem is, you're then talking about Quinny. Quinton has had a very average last few months after giving up international cricket. Again, a point you make. Once you give up international cricket, players do lose that edge. So he's not looking the Quinny that he looked. He may turn it around this IPL, but his South African T20 numbers have been very, very average.
Yeah, he's been a tad rusty. That's what he's been. He's been a tad rusty, yes. But yeah, it's all speculation. Remember that the reason has actually not been given. It's all been speculation. So it could be that. It could be that he wants that because maybe, it's the India position that he's after. Or maybe the team just took a call, or he took a call as a captain saying our middle order is a little brittle. So maybe that's where I need to go. Remember, Rohit Sharma did that too for MI in their couple of season-winning years as well, in their title-winning years. But yeah, just to say how all this could be a moot point, the team sheet that Lucknow has put out has Rahul at the top. Right? So that's the team
They
sheet.
just wasted 5 minutes of our time. I want my time back. I want my time back.
I'll talk to the management and we'll see what we can do. There's Rahul and Quinny at the top, Devdutt Padikkal, Ayush Badoni, Marcus Stoinis, Nicholas Puran, Krunal Pandya. Let's have a look at their bowlers. There's Yash Thakur, Ravi Bishnoi, Mohsin Khan. Good to see him there. And Naveen ul Haq. And Naveen is probably knows... I think Naveen playing there is probably giving you a bit of an indication on the surface as well.
Slower pace off. He bowls those the good slower balls, cutters. We looked at their squad last night and wondered whether they would go with Naveen and the other international options. So, that looks to me like a Deepak Hooda will slide in possibly at 3 when they bat.
Yeah, that's what. Can we just have that up again? Because I was just thinking, who is the batting substitute who'd come in?
Yeah, well, there's subs.
Probably be Hooda,
subs. Hooda, Mayank Yadav, Amit Mishra, Priyank Mankad, and Krishna Bhagaltam are the substitutes for them. So Deepak Hooda will come into that batting lineup. One would imagine when the time comes.
That's the only one I can think of. If their bowling goes, if their bowling is really going all over the place, that means they're getting hammered. Then
they can get Mishra in.
Yeah, Mishra. I was thinking
they can get Mishra in, but then who leaves? Let's have a look at that playing 11 again, because that means they'll have to bowl one bowler out, right? Which means then either Mohsin or Naveen, you're bowling them out. Naveen, you would probably need for the end.
He's your back end bowler.
Yeah, he's your back end bowler, so he's not going.
Mohsin is your only other fast bowler. So between him and Yash Thakur, those three are the fast bowlers.
Yeah. So maybe one of them, maybe Thakur or Mohsin Khan, maybe one of those goes if you want to get. But here we're thinking that if they go, and why are we saying if they go? It's very possible. You look at this Rajasthan batting lineup,
side, exactly,
and you're saying, geez, geez, please, sweet cheese, where do you run? Because you've got Jaiswal, you've got Jos Buttler, Sanju, Samson. You see the hitters. If you see that 11, you see the hitters. Riyan Parag, yes, batting at 4. Then Shimron Hetmeyer. Robin Powell may come into this. Dhruv Jurel. First of all, they've got 3 amazing finishers. If you've got Robin Powell coming in, Shimron Hetmeyer, Dhruv Jurel. Geez.
Yeah, the other option they've got with that power pack batting lineup is to not bring Rovman in. If they go so well, they could bring Nandre Berger in.
Yeah. No, they can't. They've got 4 foreigners.
No, they have 3.
Oh, they have 3. Sorry. Sorry.
So
yes.
what I'm saying is if the batting order flies and they're only 2 down, 3 down coming into the 15th, 16th over, they may say, look, Rodman, we don't need you today.
Yeah.
He's there as a backup. And so they've got great options. Playing only 3 overseas players, they have the option to bring the batter in who can maybe finish an innings and give you a couple of overs if required. If the batting flies, they can bring Nandre Berger in and add some genuine pace.
I love it.
So they're great options when you've got a team that's so powerful that you can only start with 3 overseas players. Those are 2 very good options to have at the back end if needed. So I'd expect if they get through to the 15th, 16th over and only 2 or 3 down, Rodman Powell just stays on the sideline. Yeah. He doesn't even bother. And Berger comes into their lineup as a bowler.
I think they put it in that way just to make sure, just exactly that.
Yeah.
That they're anticipating Robin playing, not playing.
It is genius, honestly. The options that you get with playing just 3 foreigners, because there you go. This is the most fantastic use of this impact sub rule, because you've given yourself both options there. And fact being why Simon is saying that they may not even require Powell, because that's how they've been going. Right? When you see how everyone there is going,
look at the worst strike
rate. Sledgehammer.
Look at the worst strike rate since 2023. Shimron Hetmeyer.
Yeah, who would have thunk
At
it?
140. But everything else, above that, Butler's flying, Jaiswal, we've talked about him, Sanju's going well, Rodman Powell if required, Dhruv Jurel and Riyan Parag. And that's basically the Saeed Mushtaq Ali, isn't it? So that's where he's been so powerful and you know, giving him that opportunity to bat at 4, he's just got to take it. He's got to take it with both hands.
You know, the other person whose season I'm looking forward to is Chahal, one of the most successful bowlers in this tournament. And he's not played a single T20 World Cup game for India.
And he gets buckets of wickets every IPL. He's not even in the consideration set. I mean, there's Bishnoi there, there's Rahul Chahal there, there's Kuldeep Yadav there, there's everyone else is there. I mean,
Akshar, Jadeja, they're all the spinners. They've kind of gone above him now.
Yeah.
It's like, will we ever see him in an Indian shirt again?
No, it seems like they've left. They've left him at the bus stop,
That's
right?
it.
Because you see, I think it was the 2021, the one that was right after the IPL in Dubai was the 21 World Cup, right?
That's right.
In the 21 World Cup, there were 5 spinners who played, and Yuzi wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
Correct? I think from then on, it just seems which kind of, it's a little confusing, but I guess that will probably G him up to perform well here.
Yeah, he's a decent fielder. He's fit enough. He's got at least 3-4 good years in him. And I just don't buy this theory of saying that give younger spinners a chance. Who was the spinner who's going to win your tournament now? I mean, you don't need to think about 5 years later, 10 years later. The other games you can do that. In World Cups, you just look at who is going to do it for you now. I just don't believe that he's not even in the consideration set.
Yeah. I think another person who's edged him out is playing on the other side today. Is because leg spinner for leg. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm calling him a leg spinner. He's an off spinner with a leg spinner's action, isn't he, Ravi Bishnoi?
It's crazy, but he's a difficult guy to play because of the angle. He gets what we call past the perpendicular, so he bowls from behind his ear, behind his head almost, and everything just comes back into you. 15 matches, 16 wickets, great economy rate, and you know that's last edition.
Yeah.
Since then, he's just continued on that form. The average is better, economy slightly better, 33 wickets. He's a superb performer, and players are struggling to pick him up. You think with Badoni, you've got to try and sweep him, you've got to get him leg side because he's a very difficult player to cut. So when the right-handers try and cut him, he just gets LBWs and bowls time and time again. I don't want to see any right-handers trying to play him backward a point, because it's just so difficult. More of a lap shot, more of a ramp shot, take him leg side, get outside off. It's very difficult for him to get you out LBW from where he bowls. He's got to pitch or hit you outside the line of off stump.
Yeah.
So maybe get outside the line of off stump if you're a right-hander and look to work him leg side. But he's a terrific bowler and he's a gun in the field.
He's a gun, but have you noticed he's a gun in the field when it's difficult catches? Easy catches. I think he just gets bored.
He doesn't like taking those. Yeah.
He's like, why? This is boring. Why are you giving me this?
Yeah.
It's like so easy, right? He doesn't like doing it. So Ravi Bishnoi, and definitely been getting a lot of wickets.
He was a man of the series of the Invisible series.
I don't want to.
The one played 3 days after the World Cup.
We don't want to trigger anybody's PTSD, right? But we are going to tell you that the series that happened right after 19th of November. Is
that one of those things that happens now in India? We don't mention the game, only the date.
That's right.
That's it.
Yeah, we don't even say what it was, who played,
Nothing.
what happened.
So whatever happened on the 19th of November.
Yes.
That's it. Okay.
That shall not be spoken of.
All right. I like it.
There was a 5-match T20 series after that. If you remember, some of the Australians missed it because they were just partied out. And then they came back. Ravi Bishnoi was the player of the series in that. I had to actually be reminded because obviously there's a bit dark spot in my memory from that time. So he's been doing well for India. And when you see Bishnoi, you see Kuldeep Yadav doing well, you then see that perhaps it's tough now for the likes of Chahal, for the likes of Rahul Chahal, for anybody. It gets tough now with that. But Ravi Bishnoi will have to come good today. And today is a very good day for him to come good because he is up against a real gun batting lineup, as we said. And of course, in that, the biggest gun or the tank is Yashasvi Jaiswal. And just the last, is just having a mid-ass 12 months, isn't he, John?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Look at it. This is the number of records. Simon, this is nuts. This is crazy.
It looks
so well deserved.
Yeah.
Right? Great kid. This is crazy.
You just take your time to read through. I'm not going to read them for you. You can just take your time to read through those for yourself. But the composure, the power, the pressure he puts bowlers under, I think is quite phenomenal. That's one of the things I've really noticed about him. Not many batters in the world stand tall and hit the ball down the ground or through cover, extra cover, better at the top of the bounce. One of the most difficult things to do from a batting point of view is hit the ball on top of the bounce with control.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've seen anyone better in the last 12 to 18 months hit the ball with control on the top of the bounce like he does. So that's something from a bowling point of view. I always look at where's the weakness.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I can see one, or I haven't seen one of late. In Jaiswal's game.
And that's the reason why for Rajasthan, he tops every chart. He's got the highest strike rate, the most number of runs, the most number of 50s, most number of 100s. He apparently had the most number of kachoris when they were in Jaipur at their hotel. Just everything. He's top of the charts everywhere. And of course, Rajasthan will hope for him to have the same kind of season this time. It's such a good point that Simon makes, which is you don't see any weakness in his batting.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, that 26, if you remember, they thought the one weakness he might have is for an off-spinner against a left-handed batsman. And so KKR gave Nitish Rana the ball. And he whacked him for 26 that over. The game was over in that first over, that 26. And after that, you literally, everyone said, okay, now,
now what do we do?
And you're going to see this pretty quick. You're going to see this in action real quick because Rajasthan has won the toss and decided to bat. And you can imagine that it's going to go big, which is why I'm going to guess the score of... I'll let you guys go first. Joy, why don't you go first?
Big ground. Big ground. I actually don't mind that this bowling attack on a big ground. I'm going to say it's got first match 181.
181.
Listening to the pitch report, it seemed like it was quite dry and it's an afternoon game. So I think spin will play a role throughout. I like the opportunity to bat first, but I'm going to go a little bit lower than that, and in the 168, 169, 168.
168, 181, I'm going to go 191.
191, okay.
Yeah, 191.
Yashasvi than we do.
You know me. I'm always the bull. I'm the bull in this market.
Defending champion bull.
Yeah.
Defending champion bull. Hashtag. But right after the bull market, there comes a bear market, and that's the joy factor question because nobody knows the answer. So there you go.
Everyone's been getting answers. You've been getting the first day you got the
answer. If I've got it, if I've managed to get it, then everybody can get it. That's what I'll tell you.
Okay. Which player featuring in today's matchups, that means one of the matches today, has hit 3 T20 international half centuries against India in 5 days? I mean, that means you played that fast, and he's hit in 5 days, he's managed to get 3 T50s.
So that means in today's matchups of 4 teams, that's 100 players, but that's 8 or 9 per 9, so that's 30. So you have to choose one from amongst 36 players. All the best for that.
There's a lot of
because half of them are bowlers.
Take them out as well.
Take out those.
So there you go. So 18. So 1 out of 18.
You're probably choosing 18, and of those 18, there's probably only 6 or 7 that are capable.
Yeah.
So
you're bringing it down.
You can work it out. It's not that difficult.
Come on. Marcus Stoinis. I just felt like. Could be.
I think you like the pronunciation. Marcus Stoinis.
It's nice.
It's got a nice feel to it. Yeah, it's got a feel to it.
Rolls off the tongue. All right. Oh, no. I tell you what.
Stop
There's
there.
a few West Indians today.
Stop there.
One of the West Indians as well.
Stop there.
Yeah.
If I just name all the players, then nobody knows what the answer is. Anyway, just like I don't know. But if you do know, hashtag Cricbuzz Live, just send in your answers. And we, of course, are waiting. That's on X, formerly known as Twitter. All right. That's business then. That's for us. Only thing left to do is eat lunch. Yep. That's it. Anything else left? Anything else? We're done? All right. That's cool. That's it, gents. Bye. What you waiting for? Let's get out of here. That's all we have time for on Cricbuzz Live. We're going to come back at the end of the 10th over with the Cricbuzz Combox. We'll tell you what exactly Rajasthan has been up to, what Lucknow has been up to. Big thank you to Joy Bhattacharya and Simon Doull. Thank you so much, gents. We're going to be here all day today because there's 2 games happening, so do join us then. Put the notifications on in your Cricbuzz app so you know when we come on. Not that you need it because you feel it. You feel us. I'm Gaurav Kapur. Bye-bye.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत।
Lucknow Junction
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
হাইড্রোব্যাঙ্ক 50 এক্সপ্রেস পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। Cricbuzz